driving blind, moving through the night. Something doesn't feel right.
We said we need a tune for this particular purpose, so we started writing a song sitting in a room with the acoustics, and just brought it to a point which was still very rough in the beginning. And we just said, well, if it's about creating a song in the studio, then we're really going to let it be created in the studio. So that's where we're trying this experimentation with Chris in Acoustic Chicago, and just bringing in a song and seeing where it goes.
Yeah, rather than take an existing song, or the easy thing would have been to do an acoustic version of Trees or something. We just thought we'd be a little more creative.
So as Santana might say, the song is selecting us. We really didn't have one coming in. We're just channeling the chakras of the universe. And they're all coming together here.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's fun, like, for this particular song, like, just almost like having a little bit of, like, back and forth. Like, Billy, like, wants the minor part, and I want the major part. And it's fun to, like, work out how is it going to end up, like, who's going to give, and it's all about a little give and take. It's really working out to be pretty amazing, actually, because if you've seen what we walked in with and what it's going to be completed as, the song's taken like 3 transformations, and I actually think it's turning out to be a phenomenal tune. We're really proud of it and the way it's happening organically.
My best unsigned gig was House of Blues. What year was that? We sold it out, oversold it, and there were scalpers. Dino, can you help me out what year that was?
2002.
Probably
Was it?
2002.
Yeah, that was definitely the best show we did. And to open the curtains and see there's balconies of people up there, and they were all there for us. That was, and it was a great show too. So overall, I would say that was my best gig. Do it purely because you love it, not because you think you're gonna make money or you love the fans and the attention, because at one time or another that will bottom out. So, and then all you've got is just loving music. So that's it.
I think the best advice that we've all gotten, is stick together. Because I hate to say this line, but at the end of the day, you know, you only got you four. No one really cares about you as much as you do. So, you know, a lot of people will try to pull you apart. So if you stick together, then you can kind of kick some ass.
I remember reading when Dovetail Joint kind of finally made it in Chicago, which was a big thing for us because we had played with them before, and see their single on MTV, and Level on the Inside was taken off for them. And I remember Chuck, the singer, said, when you think you're ready as a band to make it, you know, to really break on through, he said, be willing to wait 1 more year and develop your band. And then when that 1 year passes, you're going to need 1 more year after that to really get it to a level where it can, you know, like, where it's really amazing and will blow people away. I remember thinking at that point, I'm like, am I willing to stick it out for 2 more years to get to the year point to get it all together, and then get to point B 2 years later to really have it ready for mass consumption, or, you know, to really blow people's minds. But that's kind of what it took us at that point, was this 2 years from when we thought we were ready to A, get the songs written, and then B, get those songs finished and produced right, so that when you give it to people, it actually is some moving music. So believe it or not, when you think you're ready, it's going to be another year or 2 before you're really, really ready. This thing's weird. It's hard to, like, position it. It's like playing a monster. You're on the road for so long, you kind of get tired of the road, and then it's nice to go and start create and be at, you know, get to kind of have a more normal existence of being in one place all the time, and having some focus, some work to do. And then you do that for a certain amount of time being in the studio, and eventually you're like, you get claustrophobic in the studio, you get cabin fever, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to go back out on tour. So it's kind of the cycle of that. It's like performing, then creating, and then performing and creating. And that's kind of what keeps it exciting. Because if it was just performing, it just gets so tiring.